It's being widely reported that Elon Musk is poised to fire upwards of 1,000 woke Twitter employees. We're going to look at those reports. We're going to see how they're being complemented by a massive surge in new applicants to Twitter. And stick with me at the very end of this video and I'll reveal what this all means for the future of wokeism in America. You are not going to want to miss this. Greetings, everyone. Dr. Steve here with you. Great to be with you. As always, I am your daily fake news antidote. So come on in to your Patriot Professor's Den. We're helping to think better so you can feel better in these crazy, turbulent, and increasingly anti-woke times. So make sure to smack that bell and subscribe. Before we begin, gang, we are down to our last spots open for our brand new webinar. If you haven't heard, I'll be hosting an absolutely free training webinar this Friday on canceling culture. It's on May 13th at 2 p.m. Eastern. This is my gift to you. There's absolutely no charge. We're going to be taking a deep dive together and learn all about canceling cancel culture once and for all. But we are down to our last remaining seats. Our Zoom software only has 3,000 spots available, and they are going quick. So don't wait. As I understand it, there will be a recording, but it's only for those who have registered. Again, it's absolutely free. Stop what you're doing. Click on that link below right now to register, or you can go to update.turleytalks.com to sign up for the event. This topic is more important now than ever, and I cannot wait to see you on Friday. All right, gang, let's dive right in here. So it's being widely reported that Elon Musk, the brand new owner of Twitter, is preparing to fire upwards of 1,000 Twitter employees as soon as the acquisition with the Twitter Corporation goes through. It's being published by the Daily Mail. Musk plans on firing staffers who are no longer consistent with the change of culture happening at Twitter. Again, from the Daily Mail, quote, Elon Musk is planning to fire 1,000 staffers at Twitter as soon as his purchase of the social media platform is complete. It's believed that he will fire many of the firm's woke staff following the transfer of ownership, which will take around 6 months, after which Musk is likely to wield the axe. But then within the next 3 years, Musk anticipates making thousands of new hires, swelling the ranks to around 11,000 employees, up from 7,500 currently. And that last part of the story is actually fascinating. According to Fortune magazine, job interest in Twitter is through the roof. They're getting more applicants than they have ever seen. Applications are up 250%. And of course, we can presume, given that these applicants started coming in after it was announced that Musk had bought out Twitter, we can safely assume these are applicants that are more of, shall we say, the techno-libertarian bent, certainly more conservative than the current pool of woke leftists that have infested Twitter of late. So in terms of takeaways here, it looks like we are seeing a new outworking of the age-old adage, get woke, go broke. If the Daily Mail's report is right, this will in fact be the first time, and I think we can be sure it will be the first of many more to follow, of a mass firing based solely on the fact that the employees were so odiously woke. These people, think about it. These people are about to lose their jobs. They're the most horrid of people. These are the people that continue to ban the likes of Mike Lindell and Alex Jones and President Trump. These are the people who love to censor all things patriot, all things faith, family, and freedom. And Musk is reportedly going to show all of them, not just a representative few or a portion. No, all of them are going to be shown the door as a direct consequence of their being so woke. Now, this is pretty amazing stuff. If you, talk about feeling like you're in the midst of a dream. People have thus far been getting fired because they're not woke enough, aren't I right? They're fired because they refuse to get the jab or because they dared to question their company's policy towards LGBT and BLM. In fact, perhaps the single most outrageous outworking of this was when an Asian sportscaster by the name of Robert Lee was fired several months back from a job because his name was the same as the Confederate general. Up until now, if anyone's getting fired for their political sentiments or even their name, it's because they're not woke enough. And now with Elon Musk, now we're starting to see the inversion of this. Now woke employees are getting fired precisely because they're woke. Moreover, this is a different outworking of the get woke, go broke principle, right? Up until this point, it's been leveled more at companies. Disney, the NFL, NBA, even Major League Baseball, I'm sorry to say, the Olympics, Oscars, Hollywood movies in general. The more woke a company gets, the more broke it gets. That's what we've been seeing over the last couple of years. But now we're seeing something wholly new here. These thousands at Twitter aren't getting fired because their company went woke and therefore broke. And thus, they lost the revenue to be able to pay their employees, and therefore there were layoffs. That's not what's happening here. As far as we know, Twitter is not in any financial trouble. So why are these people being fired? Well, the answer is apparently because they're so individually woke. I think what's playing out here is a new manifestation of the get woke, go broke principle. Now we're beginning to see people getting fired, and note, getting fired in mass precisely because they are individually woke. There's nothing financially wrong with the company, but there's a whole lot wrong with them, the employees. We might think of this as a get woke, go find yourself in the unemployment line version of go broke. And as such, I think we're seeing happening here on Twitter is something very much related to a video I did last week on the woke Florida teacher who just got fired for having a class on LGBT issues with her middle school students. It's a good video. If you haven't checked it out yet, I linked it to my first video of the day today on the Texas school board elections over the weekend, where Patriots absolutely swept virtually all contested seats throughout the state. You're going to definitely want to check this out. We should call it the Texas School Board Massacre. It's so awesome. But last week, I reported on a Florida public school art instructor who got fired after she conducted a lesson on her own sexual orientation, and she had the students create flags representing their own sexuality and gender identities, ranging from transgender and non-binary to gay. And after she reportedly posted or hung up the flags on her door, administration officials told her to take them down immediately, which she apparently did, but she was really angry and for everyone to see. Well, parents got involved, and parents who've been pushing back on the CRT and all the wokeness in their schools. The parents got involved, and so the school administration promptly fired this art teacher. And so, of course, she, together along with the left-wing activists disguised as journalists in the legacy media, they are both teaming up to try to blame this firing on the so-called Don't Say Gay law, which is the parental rights law signed by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. But the problem for both of them, the woke media and this teacher, is they're finding out no one cares. They're finding out no one cares. Nobody is listening to them. No one's giving them the time of day, precisely because nobody wants anything to do with wokeness anymore. Before we get into that, what do you think of the shirt? Is this cool? Can you read it? It's got Mickey across, but then it's got Wicked down at the bottom, right? Woke Disney. Well, you can get yours by clicking on the link below and visiting our super awesome merch store. We also have our brand new Ultra Mega t-shirts as well, celebrating Dementia Joe's Deplorables moment. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait. They're not going to be around for long. Click on this link below. It's a great way to support this channel as well. Spread Patriot hope far and wide. Get one for yourself. Get two for the Patriots in your life. Click on that link below. Go to store.turleytalks.com. That's store.turleytalks.com. All right, so we pointed this out many times on this channel, but even liberals hate the woke left, right? Liberals like Piers Morgan or increasingly Trevor Noah or Bill Maher, they are flabbergasted by the absurdity of their left. And that's the key to their demise. The woke left isn't just wrong, they're absurd. They're insane. They're visibly insane. They're visibly preposterous and odious and loathsomely revolting. And so when they cry out and scream, discrimination, 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 No one's listening. Well, people are plugging their ears. For heaven's sakes, they're probably thinking, you're actually the last person I would ever want working for me. So I frankly don't blame your employer. In the end, I think we are seeing but the latest manifestation of the beginning of the end of wokeness in our nation. Again, a number of people, even on the political left, are absolutely horrified by wokeness, precisely because wokeness does not allow for any possible dissent. Wokeness is an all-or-nothing proposition. Either you're with us, or you're a racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, you name it. There's simply no basis for discussion, for dialogue, for debate when a person gets stuck in such radically perspectival frames of reference. You're simply not allowed an alternative point of view from that of the woke left. And as even liberals have predicted, the moment you've dedicated yourself to canceling any and all dissent, inevitably the canceled side becomes significantly bigger and more vibrant than the woke side. Wokeism inevitably cancels itself. There's really no way around that. And that's what's happening to Disney. That's what's happening to Netflix. That's what's happened. Well, that's what certainly happened to CNN Plus. That's what's happening to this Florida school teacher. And yes, what appears to be happening, upwards of 1,000 Twitter employees who are woke warriors. And so once again, we are seeing another case study in the further proving of the age-old maxim, get woke, go broke. Now, before you go, you will definitely want to check out my latest video I just uploaded on Elon Musk, absolutely mocking and humiliating woke MSNBC. You're going to absolutely love it, so make sure to click on that link, and I'll see you over there. God bless.